What? Back there. Oh, here we go. You sure got it, bud? Pomp and circumstance. Go 1, 2, ready.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Pastor Dan Curlin, and 12 years ago I stood right here on this football field and graduated from Juniata High School, and it is my honor to be here tonight to deliver the invocation. Now, I don't remember a whole lot, graduates, about that night 12 years ago, but I do remember I wanted everybody at this podium to hurry up so that I could get on with the rest of my life. So I'll give you just a few words, and I want you to hear these words. Whether you were a bully, a victim, or a bystander in school, whether you were a straight A student, a straight F student, or somewhere in between, whether you considered yourself a good person, a bad person, or just an indifferent person during high school, tonight you let all of that behind you and you start the rest of your life. Just as our mighty God forgives our transgressions, tonight is a clean slate for you all. Tonight you are all the same. You've all made it to this stage. This is the beginning of the rest of your life. So let nothing stop you. Let nothing impede you as you set out to accomplish your goals, reach for your dreams, and change the world that we live in. I invite everybody here tonight to center yourselves as I bring the invocation. Let us pray. Empowering God of grace and mercy, we invite your presence into this place tonight. Family, faculty, administrators, community, and friends have come together to celebrate the accomplishments of the 2019 graduating class. We ask for a blessing to fall upon those with ears to hear and minds to understand. Bless all those that would speak words tonight. Give continuous encouragement to the administration of this high school to press on in their mission of education. God, the Holy Scriptures tell us happy is the person who finds wisdom and gets understanding. Loving God, make us living stones for a strong foundation through the invitation of your Son. Great Redeemer, Master Teacher, send your Holy Spirit to dwell with us right now, right here in this place. Hear our prayer. Amen.
You may be seated. Welcome, everyone, to the 83rd commencement for the class of 2019 of Juniata High School. I consider it an honor and a privilege to stand here before you for this lifetime event of this great group of young people. Although I've only been here a short time, I've grown quite familiar with quite a few of them and also their awesome accomplishments. One thing is for certain, these students are destined to do great things. But tonight is reserved for one accomplishment they all have in common, and that's the high school diploma. Obviously, a diploma is an academic achievement. And yes, each one of these students, they earn their 4 credits in English, 4 in social studies, 3 in math, 3 in science, and earn the remaining credits, hopefully taking classes they felt were interesting, like ag, building trades, political science, art, music, the list goes on. But to me, earning a diploma from Juniata High School means much more than that. You know, it's really too easy to drop out, to take a different path, but each one of these that you see here tonight, they persevere through challenges, and they excel when challenges are in front of them. What kind of challenges, you might say? Well, a lot of us don't remember what it was like in high school, but imagine going to a place each and every day, you have to deal with 600 people. And you make friends with folks, hopefully learn to make friends with folks face to face, not just on social media. But at the same time, you need to cope with others that you don't necessarily agree with and see eye to eye. And then there's the classwork that you might find irrelevant. Like, for example, why do you need to learn the Pythagorean theorem when maybe you're planning to be a chef? Or sometimes you comply with rules that you might think are ridiculous. That's a challenge as well. For example, why can't I wear my hat in school? After I graduate, I hope to spend time on a tractor. Also, you have to deal with change sometimes when you least expect it. Like some random day in January, it's, Mr. Fawzi, what are you doing here at Juniata? In other words, earning a high school diploma shows you're ready for the future, your future employer, your future school, the military, or your future spouse, that you took on life's challenges and you succeeded. And these are challenges we all face at some time. And now after tonight, we move on to the next challenge. So class of 2019, we're proud of you. And as you go on to the next phase, whether it's school, work, military, raise a family, start a business, we ask that you don't forget about us here at Juniata. Come back, tell us about how you're doing. And finally, go out, take on the challenge that the world has for you with confidence, because I know you have what it takes. Thank you.
Good evening. It's my privilege and pleasure to introduce to you the salutatorian, of the graduating class of 2019. She is a student of few words, sets the standard for her classmates by her actions, which has been exemplified through her involvement in many activities during her time here at Juniata. She has lived the motto chosen by this class, to be humble, and also has always been a positive role model to all students here at Juniata. I'm very proud this evening to introduce our salutatorian for this class of 2019, Julia Rice.
I'm extremely grateful for this opportunity to speak at Juniata High School's 2019 commencement ceremony. To every parent, friend, advisor, coach, and teacher, I would like to express a sincere thank you for your contribution to the lives of these graduates. I think it is safe to assume that for many of you here today, this is not the first commencement ceremony you have ever attended. Whether it was your own graduation or the graduation of your children, you have probably listened to many speeches and watched a lot of people receive diplomas. And no, I'm not trying to call you old. My point simply is, this is probably not your first rodeo. With that being said, I'm not going to bore you with bits of wisdom that I do not have, or famous quotes that I do not understand. Instead, I would like to share something I have heard a lot of people say over this past year. This statement is, I am so ready to graduate. Beginning the first week of school, this sentence was uttered on many occasions, such as when we were assigned another essay or when we had just discovered the date of our next chem test. It quickly became evident the class of 2019 had been infected by senioritis. As the year went on, over and over we assured each other that when this day rolled around, we would be crying tears of joy. But as the end of the year grew near, I began to hear students say other things as well. Many of us realized that despite all that annoying homework, there were actually a lot of things we were going to miss about Juniata. We have spent the last 13 years of our lives together, and it is hard to imagine that soon we'll no longer be seeing these faces every day. Recently, some of my friends have told me that they do not feel old enough to be seniors. Other people have told me that this experience doesn't even seem real. Obviously, many of us can still not believe that we're actually graduating today. And so, despite the countless times these students have promised that all we want is to get out of this place, I'm going to tell you that we were wrong. In our defense, I don't think it is really possible to feel ready for something like this. Sure, we may have plans for what we want to do in the future, but plans change. We may think we know what we want, but in reality, it is impossible to see what life has in store for us. We can prepare and plan ahead all we want, but in one moment, everything can change. We may tell ourselves that we are ready, but it is impossible to be ready for the unexpected. On that note, have we ever really felt ready for anything? We didn't feel ready to go to middle school. We certainly did not feel ready to go to high school. I don't know what made us think we'd feel ready to graduate. However, I could be very wrong. Maybe there is a student today that has it all figured out. Maybe they know exactly what they want to do with their lives, exactly where they want to go in this world. I am not this student. For the majority of us who are still feeling a little hesitant about this next big step, I would like to offer some comfort. We may not feel ready, but at least we do not feel ready together. Thank you.
As you see tonight, unlike Monday night, the people who I called to the stage, they actually are here, for those of you who are here. One for one so far, and I'm sure about the second one too. In looking at the accomplishments of this individual, I'm privileged to introduce your valedictorian. I found it hard to add to the accolades that have already been represented. I would simply say that I'm sure that her family and anyone who knows this young lady considers it a blessing to have had this opportunity and eagerly look forward to what she has yet to accomplish. I'm honored to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2019, Miss Chloe Zent.
First and foremost, I want to begin by thanking my fellow classmates in the Juniata High School class of 2019 for allowing me to speak here. I hope that I can represent our class well and inspire us all to become the greatest that we can be. I also want to thank my parents, my family, teachers, administrators, coaches, friends, and the many other important people in my life. There have been so many people who have had such a positive and impactful effect on my life, and I know that I would not have accomplished the things that I have without all of your support. I can't imagine my life without any of you in it, and I'm so grateful that I've been able to spend this time with all of you. Before we part our ways in just a few hours, I want to wish all of my classmates the best. Sitting in those chairs are some of the greatest friends I've ever had, and I've shared some of the best experiences with you. At class night, I spoke on our class motto, which is simply to be humble. After that, I didn't really know what direction to go in with this particular speech. However, I was kindly reminded of the famed country singer Tim McGraw. In one of his latest hit singles, he sings over and over to always be humble and kind. We all know to be humble, but the challenging side of that chorus is to be kind. Sadly, being kind is a subjective quality of some people. It depends on how well our day is going to determine if we can help someone whose day is worse. I can honestly admit that throughout my time at Juniata High School, being kind was indeed subjected to other things in my life. It was hard to be kind when I was rushing from soccer practice to Burger King to the band bus for football games. It was hard to be kind when I was tired because I was up reading an act of Macbeth for Mrs. Heidenreich. It was hard to be kind when I was exhausted and upset because my basketball season was over after a rough loss. We can blame our lack of kindness on school, homework, sports, band, work, clubs, relationships, or anything else, but there is no excuse. Being kind is something that we all must consciously choose to do. It is not always easy, but being kind doesn't have to be difficult. It has been said that choosing kindness is just as easy as smiling, and I think we can all attest that a simple smile from Mrs. Wagner can quickly brighten our day. Being kind is helping the other team's player up who you just knocked down after fighting for a rebound. Being kind is congratulating and respecting your classmate who got band section leader over you. Being kind is helping that kid in the hallway whose books were just scattered across the floor, even though you might be running late. Being kind should be a quality of our character rather than a reaction to our emotions. When someone is kind to me, it makes me realize how my own actions have been lacking in that category. When I am receiving a kind act, it causes me to return the favor to someone else. The details of the act of kindness may be forgotten, however, people don't forget how you make them feel. As we grow older, we might not remember who scored the winning goal, who got first chair, who got the best grade on the essay, or who was the president of the club. But we will remember how someone treated us. Thankfully, after our graduation, we are granted the rare opportunity of a clean slate and a fresh start. I hope that we can all become known as the person who is kind. We don't need to be the best at everything, but we do need to be kind to people. When we are kind to people, even if they might not be our favorite person, we have the chance to create an unexpected relationship where we are both able to learn and better ourselves. When we meet someone, whether it's for the first time or the 101st time, we should be kind. People have obstacles within them that we may not ever know. It is important to have patience with others in the hopes that they are patient with us on days and in situations we are struggling. I want to once again thank everyone that has been in my life, whether it was for a season, a year, or throughout the whole journey. None of your kindness went unnoticed, and I will always be grateful for all of your words of encouragement. I hope that our class of 2019 will always stay humble and kind as we become high school graduates and go to work, the military, or more school. I wish that kindness will become an objective characteristic within us that will last a lifetime. I hope that we will be humble in our successes and kind to all those who help us along the way. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Christy Holderman, the Assistant Superintendent, and I'm filling in for Dr. Kovac, Interim Superintendent, who regretfully is unable to be here this evening. Welcome members of the Board of Education and fellow administrators, teachers and staff, friends and relatives, parents, and most importantly, the Juniata High School class of 2019. It is with great pride that I address you this evening as you have all completed the graduation requirements set forth by the Juniata County School District and the state of Pennsylvania. You arrived here this evening as Juniata High School seniors, and you will leave tonight as Juniata alumni. Over the years, you may have been advised that with graduation comes greater responsibility, and it is our hope that the advisement and lessons you have learned at Juniata will continue to guide you throughout your life. As you leave here tonight, graduates of Juniata High School, I would like to offer just two simple words to carry with you in all you do. And I must say, I did not talk to Chloe Zent before this. Be kind. Speak kindly, respond kindly, act kindly. Kindness requires you to be friendly to others, generous with your time, talents, and possessions, and considerate of others. When you think about it, kindness leads to happiness, happiness for you, as well as happiness for those whose paths you are fortunate enough to cross. You are responsible for whom you choose to become. Your choices define your legacy. Remembering and displaying kindness throughout whatever path you carve in life will have rewards. Don't be shy in helping those in need, sharing your ideas and listening to others, filling someone else's cup, holding doors, offering support, giving fist bumps, or smiling. May you always be kind. And now, I am honored to present to you the Juniata High School graduating class of 2019.
Jessen S. Abram. Zabulon W. Ames. Nicholas R. Allmiller. Theron A. Barton. Macy J. Baumgartner. Kyle E. Beesom. Lindsay Y. Beeston. Jesse M. Bender. Caitlin M. Beward. Madison B. Beward. Rachel L. Beward. Zoe K. Burns. Gabriella N. Canis. Christian A. Castro Montesino. Bryson G. Clark. Jordan R. Cauldron. Mary E. Kraus. Morgan F. DeCando. Cole W. DeFrank. Ethan J. Diven. Allie N. Dowling. Laney R. Dowling. Sasha N. Dressler. There we go. Let's go now. Christian A. Dunn. Brianna R. Elisario. Jonathan M. Elliott. Hannah R. Erdman. Christopher A. Esch. Jonathan A. Feliciano. Dylan M. Fisher. Lawson J. Fitzgerald. Luke N. Fogelman. Callie C. Foltz. Morgan L. Foltz. Victoria L. Foltz. Tyler J. Foose. Bailey R. Foster. Carl J. Fowler. Ashley R. Frank. Clarence P. Foltz, Jr. Sarah M. Garman. Michael A. Gilbert. Lydia J. Glick. Brianna J. Graybill. Ethan B. Grove. Alana K. Geyer. Alyssa M. Hall. Melissa A. Hall. Julie A. Hart. Autumn P. Halbrick. Zachary B. Hemond. Zachary L. Heil. Taylor S. Hauer. Eros J. Huentecao. Jared M. Hutchinson. Becca C. Cal. Jack E. Kepner. Trevor S. Kinslow. Briar J. Kirk. Robin D. Landis. Kelsey E. Leach. Chase W. Lehman. Summer B. Leonard. Dalton M. Lesh. Joseph D. Long. Kyle M. Louder. Preston C. Lynch. Jacob L. Mabin. Brooke A. McGill. Jose L. Martinez Ramirez. Clara M. McCachran. James C. McLaughlin. Garrett K. Meifert. Colin V. Mianoli. Cassie M. Miller. Hannah N. Milliken. Isaac J. Mills. Allison M. Meisel. Chris A. Molina Olivares. Yaritza Y. Moreno. Ethan C. Nearhood. Jaziel Nieves Aguirre. Parker A. Nas. Orlando O. Ortiz Umanzor. Oscar O. Ortiz Umanzor. Michaela R. Owens. Austin J. Palm. Brooke A. Palm. Emily P. Palm. Jeremiah D. Parson. Alyssa D. Peters. Kinsey N. Pop. Adam E. Reichert. Julia R. Rice. Sarah R. Rolls. Jesideris C. Sanchez Cordero. Laurel A. Sainer. Jasmine M. Sidney. Grace E. Smith. Cassie L. Snyder. Austin T. Spickler. Kara K. Story. Sage N. Stoltz. Marley J. Swartz. Dodge S. Tolbert. Summer N. Varner. Jasmine B. Vasquez. Carly B. Walters. Madison J. Warner. Michael A. Washington. Katrina A. Weber. Tanner D. Wyand. Andrew Q. White. Joshua T. Whitesell. Chelsea M. Wildman. Holly Sue Wildman. Amaris N. Wolf. Olivia E. Wolfgang. Chloe A. Zent. Cody M. Zimmerman. Jamie Shung.
Graduates, as your classes are now complete, may you strive towards excellence in all that you do. As the speeches conclude, may your voices rise up to pronounce justice and peace in the world. As the fanfare ceases, may you sing of joy even in the dark and the lonely places. As the applause quiets, may you celebrate and lift up those around you. As you graduate tonight, may your achievements grow and cause growth in the communities in which you live. And may we all know of the overwhelming blessing of the one who created all things. Receive this blessing to go into the world graduating class of 2019 and go tonight in peace.